Your Instagram profile as a real estate agent is often the first impression people get of you as a realtor. So let's go over how to set up your Instagram profile in the best optimal way possible, not only to impress people, but also get them sold on working with you. So first thing, make sure you're using the right profile. So after working with over 700 realtors one-on-one personally in the trenches, often I see that people are essentially separating their personal life and they're separating their business life. So they kind of have like a separate real estate page and then they have this separate personal profile. Now, in the context of real estate, this does not work. The reason why is because most of your business as a real estate agent comes from your referrals, comes from your sphere of influence. Real estate is a basically relationships-based game, and if you're basically separating your personal profile and your business profile, you're missing out on 80 to 90% of the results you could get from your Instagram in social media in general. So make sure you're using the right profile when you do this. And when I say right profile, you have to use your personal profile. Don't separate the business and the personal from each other. Now, best way and the best practice is really to optimize and use your personal profile that you already have, where you already have your friends, followers, your sphere, people that you already know throughout the years. Those people are already there as well. So you already have the right audience, you already have the right people in there, right? So when we start with this, use your personal profile. Now at this point, very common concern is that you may be wondering, well, what are my friends gonna think of me? Or what is my family gonna think of me? What are other people going to think of me? Now, you should not have this concern if you're posting valuable personal content to your profile, right? If you're posting things like automated content, such as from a different tools or from a brokerage, right? You already know at this point that does not work. So 99% of people, if you're using automated content, you should stop doing that right away. That does actually hurt your profile and does hurt your relationships as well. But if you're using the right content, you're posting the right things on your social media profile, which you should be doing in the first place, this should not be a problem at all. Those relationships are going to get better, not worse, based on optimizing your profile and posting the right content. So I'll go over a little bit in depth, actually show you an example post that you should post as well to make sure you're posting the right type of stuff. So only teams should have a separate profile, right? So if you're posting listing tours, client success stories, case studies, stuff like that, and that's the only thing you want to do, it's okay to have a separate business profile for that if you want to brand a team. But this video essentially comes from a lens of view of if you are a real estate agent yourself, you want to get listing clients to your own business, right? This is what you should be doing if you want to get that outcome from your own profiles. Now let's dive right into the second stage, which is going to be optimizing your bio. So one of the things that are most essential to your Instagram profile is going to be your Instagram bio. And your Instagram bio is essentially kind of like a big quick headline, big quick notice. Okay, people go to your profile, they get a quick idea, okay, what is this profile about, right? And that can definitely determine a lot of results you get as far as if somebody will follow you, if somebody will reach out to you or not. So a couple guidelines for your Instagram bio. So first things first is it has to highlight the personal aspects of you, not just your real estate business, not just your professional career, but actually of you personally. It also has to clearly convey what area you're working in. It shouldn't say just real estate agent or something like that, real estate broker. It should clearly convey what area you work in, because the bio is going to determine, okay, who is this profile relevant? Who is going to be working with you? Who's going to be reaching out to you, right? All of the bio will actually do all that positioning and work for you, and it also influences where your content actually gets shown to. Is it getting shown to the right people or the wrong people? So make sure you convey the area that you work in. Now also clearly explain what your service is. Don't just say real estate agent. We're going to show you examples of what to actually say, and then build credibility and social proof based on your experience. Give people a reason to follow you, and make sure it fits under the 150 character Instagram bio limit. So essentially very succinct, fast way to show people, okay, this is what you're all about. This is what you do. Now, bio formula number one over here, that you can notice in this document, is personal feature one, personal feature two, and then after this we say realtor at brokerage name, and then you have your brand statement. So under this, you don't have to figure out this yourself. We have a couple other examples that you can use then to craft your own bio. So make sure you don't just copy any of these things, right? Because again, real estate is a relationships-based game. So the relationships you create obviously have to be those that are authentic, those to be actually real to you. So, but we do have a couple examples here that you can just grab and then plug and play. We also have bio formula number two, bio formula number three, and you can essentially just pick and choose which one you want to use. So when you have this doc, so a couple guidelines for a profile picture. Your picture has to be good quality, that's taken, right? Make sure you're using either a DSLR camera, so digital camera, or you're having at least a fresh iPhone, so either a newest or a second newest iPhone. Obviously, if you have an Android phone, that's okay as well, but the basic rule is for photos is that every 3 years, your camera gets outdated. So if you have an older phone from 2020, from 2018, right, make sure you update that to the newest one if you want to use that for taking pictures of or for creating content. And when you do so, make sure you select portrait camera mode in the app itself as you take the picture. Obviously, the other option is you're gonna have a professional picture taken, but that's not something that's usually recommended just because you wanna be creating content anyway from your phone, right? So you have to have the good phone either way. Now, having said that, the picture itself, couple guidelines for this is make sure the photo is actually taken outdoors. Don't take it inside. Take it outdoors on a sunny day, and then make sure you're not taking it in a studio. So what we don't want to have happen here is to take like a white background, kind of like a corporate look image. We don't want to have that, but rather a picture from outdoors on a sunny day. And then also what's an additional bonus is if you have a local kind of like a background there, local kind of like statue, local place where a lot of local people are. That's going to again create more relevancy to your profile onto you. Now, this picture has to be taken by somebody else. Don't use a selfie. Make sure you're smiling. Outfit has to be reflecting your brand vision. It has to be aligned with your target audience. If you want to attract luxury properties, well, take a picture at the luxury property. If you want to attract, as an example, basic, very average homeowners, right, take a picture in the average homeowner area. But make sure those two things are not in disalignment, right? If your average target audience is a regular homeowner, family person, right, well, don't have luxury branding. But if you want to have luxury branding, make sure then you're branding yourself in a luxurious way. Now, portrait cropping should be waist up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple examples of good, and I'm also going to show you a couple examples of bad profile pictures. So let's go ahead and start off with the bad profile pictures, and some of these may actually surprise you that how are these pictures actually bad. So obviously a couple first basic ones you can see here. It's like a selfie type of image or like a black background type of image in a low lighting situation. So don't use pictures like this. Also, you can see here a couple of surprising ones. This one right here is from a wedding, and a seeming level like this is a good quality picture, but as you notice, it's actually a wedding picture, and then again, it does not brand you in that local area. The relevancy factor is lower. Here we can see cropping mistake where we have kind of like a white kind of like things here. Don't use pictures like this. Also, pictures like this do not work because you're not looking at the camera, and it's also kind of like from a show or something like that. And then this picture right here, this doesn't have a face, right? Nobody can see the person, and just in general, it's very far away. So it's very difficult, again, when somebody sees an ad, when somebody sees a post from you, right, they do not see your face. There's no personal effect to that. A couple other examples here you can see, but having said that, these are all examples of bad images. Do not use these. Now, these are some examples of great profile pictures, and for a lot of people they may be kind of like in the middle, but these are great. This is what you really want to have in your profile if you really want to take it to that optimal level. So here we can see an example over here. We have a good suit on. Again, branding yourself as a realtor, branding yourself as a credible person. We have the background of the city, background of the local area. And then also here we have another example, again, different area, right? You can see immediately it's a different branding as well, right? We have a kind of like a lake here, you have nature here, right? It's a different market, so you want to position yourself differently. A couple other examples here as well that you can see. Also, the trend that you can notice is these are all clearly visible, right? Even though some of these pictures, they are seemingly good, but these are all a lot more visible as far as the face goes. And that's what you really want to have in that profile image. You want to see the face of the person so you can recognize the person, right? You can see who they are. So super essential, and this is how you can see if you have a bad image right now. If you have a bad image, make sure you replace that. And then this is how you know if you have also great profile image. If you have a great profile image, that's great for you. So having said that, let's go ahead to the next section. Next section is going to be your personal brand story. So a lot of times when you create content on social media, people actually are not aware that the people that see your posts are strangers. They do not know anything about you. They do not know your history. They don't know where you're from. They don't know that you're a realtor. They don't know anything about you. And what's really working really well right now is a post, one single post that tells your story to strangers extremely quickly and gets them to know you, your core story extremely quickly. And a lot of people don't actually realize this, that people do not know who they are. They don't know their values, they don't know their stories. So this single single post is a great little hack that's going to get you engagement, it's going to get you results right away, but all the people that come in the future, they get into your world extremely quickly. They kind of like onboard to your profile very, very quickly. So we have a text structure right here that you can just copy and paste directly to your profile for this post. And you can see it starts off with, hey, want to get to know me better. Then we tell your background history, how you got into real estate, what it's like to be a realtor in the beginning, where are you now with your real estate business, and what you enjoy most about helping your clients. This post is a very specifically crafted post that allows people to come into your world, get to know you, and then ultimately work with you as a real estate agent just based on reading one simple post. So image for this post is going to be a picture of yourself that you use together with the brand story. A couple guidelines for the pictures. Essentially, you want to have similar guidelines to the profile picture we already covered before. Here's just a couple examples for this brand story image. You can see it's a little bit different. We have a little bit more different area, but similar principles as the profile image. We have the relevancy factor with these images. We have the local area over here. We have good clothing, but they don't have to be corporate, anything like that. It can be also casual. And then they also tell a little bit about you personally. The area you hang out with is also similar, is going to be aligning with the area you hang out in. Is also going to obviously tell people a lot about who you are, where you are, and then also about you, right? So now, how do you take this picture, right? How do you take this post, and how do you actually plug it into your Instagram profile? Well, that is something we're going to go over later on in this video. I'm going to show you step by step how do you post this, and then how do you actually get people to see this post that as a first post they actually see when they go to your profile. Now again, for this document, if you want to have the full template for this brand story, comment Instagram profile under this video, and again, we'll send this for you for free. So you can just copy this, plug it in, add your own information, customize it to you, and then plug and play this. Now, we have now gone over the full video as far as what are the things you should have in your profile. Let's go over the step-by-step action step list. I'm going to show you click by click on my phone right here for how to actually do this in less than basically 15 minutes. Get your full profile optimized. So first things first is make sure you're using the right account type. So often I see people using the wrong account types for their Instagram profile. So let's go over it and then set this up correctly. There's two different ways to do this. If you have a personal profile, it's going to be a little bit different. If you have a business profile, it's going to be a little bit different, but these are all fairly easy to do. So we want to use the creator account when you actually have your account type set up. So I'm going to go over example here. We're going to go to your profile right over here. You want to click on this little right button right here. And then over here, click on these three little lines at the top right corner. Now, when you click on these three little lines, it's going to go to your settings and then your activity. And then when you go here, you can scroll down and you'll see all these different things right here. What you want to do is to select account type and tools. And then when you select account type and tools, you can see here, you can switch to professional account. With this, press continue, continue, continue. And then here, it's going to ask you the category. So category, real estate agent. Select this over here. And then when you select that category, go to the next stage. Here it's going to ask you, are you a business? Is it a business or is it creator? Then you want to select creator, press next. And then over here, it's going to ask you for more things. This one you can just skip. We just wanted to do that one thing. So that's how you do it on the personal profile. If you have a personal profile, that's how you can change it to creator account. If you have a business profile, it's the same exact thing. Go to your profile, click on three lines. The only difference is you want to select business tool and controls. When you go there, you won't see that same button as we saw account type wise. So business tools and controls, and then switch account type. That's all the difference there is. Instead of clicking account type and tools, click on business tools and controls, and then you can change your account type. Now let's go over to the next stage in this checklist. So you want to change your profile image. To change your profile image, click on your profile if you're not there yet. In the profile, click on this plus button at the profile picture section. Click on that, and then it's going to ask you to add profile picture or add to your story. Press add profile photo, and then press choose from library. When you go to your library, you go to your whatever folder you have the picture in. Select that photo you have. Now, when you have that profile photo, you want to crop it so waist up. So I'm going to crop it a little bit here. And then now we have our profile picture set up. Now we're going to press done. And then now we have our profile picture in our profile, as you can see right over here. And then let's go over to the next section. So next section is going to be setting up your name correctly. So often I see people having a name like XP Realty, this realtor, or KV Realtor, or XYZ Realtor, or local area realtor, whatever the case may be. As your name, you only want to use just your personal first name and last name. So you want to go to name and add your personal name right over here. Press done. As you do this, next stage is going to be going to your username. So same thing with username. Don't have XP Realty, don't have KV, anything like that. Just have your personal first name and last name as a username. If it's taken, you can also change up the order. So you can use the last name, first name, or alternatively, you can add the local area in case those are already taken. So for username, again, we're going to just select first name, add last name, and because obviously I've already have my actual account set up in this way, I'm going to put in a couple numbers right over here just so we can plug this in. Now, over here, we're going to go to the next section. We're going to add your Instagram bio. And as we covered earlier, we have the document with all the templates. You do not have to figure out the bio yourself. We have all the examples right over here. And again, what you want to do is, as you follow this document, create the file, and then so go to file, make a copy, and then edit these things. So don't just copy and paste like I do in this video. You want to have your own information, right? If you're in some other area, don't say Austin, right? But I'm going to go ahead and copy this thing right here. Let's imagine I have gone ahead and customized this. So I'm going to go do the bio. I'm going to paste this. Now I press done. So now we have set up our Instagram bio. It's right over here. Now, go ahead to your website link and add your primary website. So you might go again, same thing, edit profile right where we're already at, go to links, and then press add links, and then press add external link. So I'm gonna go ahead and write our website. And one thing with the website itself, if you're right now you're using a website from your brokerage, or if you do not have a personal brand website, you basically have a kind of like a templated website from a brokerage, kind of like a find your dream home type of website that a lot of realtors use. It's a better idea to create your own personal branded website. I already created a video on this earlier, but essentially the website is your conversion mechanism, right? When I go to your profile, I look at you up, I look at your story, I look at your content, right? If I want to work with you, I'm going to go to your website, I'm going to check you out, and your website should communicate what your service is. It should convert me into a phone call to speak with you on a call so we can have that conversation about listing my home. It should have relevant case studies, etc., etc. So your website itself is basically like a selling mechanism from people from your profile into working with you. So make sure that's optimized as well. But that's a separate video, that's a separate topic. I'm not going to go too deep into that in this video. But again, if you want to help with that, we can check on that later. Now, having said that, we have added our link. Now, next stage from here is to add your contact information so that people can reach out to you. They can give you an email, they can give you a phone call in case they want to work with you. So for this, all we have to do is go to contact options. So profile information, contact options, and over here, add your business email, add your phone number, and then add whatever information you like to add for people to reach out to you. But email and phone number, make sure you add those to your profile. Now, we're already done with the profile, so now we just click back. Now we have our profile set up correctly. Next stage from here is to post your brand story and pin the brand story post to your profile. So to do this, I'm gonna press on this little plus icon at the middle of my profile. And then at this plus icon, I'm gonna go ahead and just press share. Now that the post is posting, it's gonna take usually 5 seconds. Now we have the post shared. And then as we have the post itself, you can go ahead to your profile and then click on the post and then click on these 3 little lines. And then in these 3 little lines, there's a section here that says pin to your profile. So select that pin to your profile. And then now, when I go to my profile, right, even if I would have here 30, 50, 100, 200 different posts from before, this would always be the first post that pops up when somebody goes to my profile. And then here you can see that immediately people will get to know, again, who I am, where I come from, what are my values, what I enjoy about real estate. The fact that they learn that I'm even a realtor, obviously itself is already going to produce us deals. So that's it. We have the profile optimized on the brand story section. And then now, if you have past clients, you have past local contacts, you have past leads, well, and you are not yet connected with them on Instagram, now we're going to start to look them up and then follow them. So I'm going to go ahead to my explore page. Explore page, I'm going to go to search. And then now I'm going to start to search up John Demo right? I'm gonna look up their profiles, try to find them, give them a couple likes, and then add them as a follower. So all your sphere, all your database, make sure obviously that you have them as your followers as much as possible. Those are your power base, those are your database, right? Those are the people that are very likely to do business with you in the future, very likely, again, to refer business to you. And again, as we know, real estate is a relationships-based game. You wanna make sure your power base, your referrals are optimized, maximized on this platform. Again, it's not just about getting people that do not know who you are, but again, a lot more about maximizing the actual opportunities, maximizing the relationships that you do already have. And that's where a lot of the juices, a lot of the leads, a lot of the best referrals will really come from. Okay, so a lot of marketing psychology, a lot of advanced psychological, subconscious, different details that we just went over when it comes down to using Instagram. So a lot of things, but it's very easy to implement. It's very plug and play when you actually know what to do, you know the steps of how to do it. And so because of that reason, we have this full document right here created for you. And then if you want this document, just comment Instagram profile under this video, comment that as a comment on this platform, and then we're gonna send that over for you for free, so you can just plug and play this document. So simple as that. Now, having said this, after you have watched this video, you will have your profile optimized. You now know how to get every single lead, how to get every single referral, essentially you can get from your Instagram profile to convert as much as possible. In addition to this, what's super crucial about Instagram is having the right content, knowing what to post, when to post, how to make it a system so you can have a flood of new people coming to your profile, clicking on that website link, looking at your story, right? Knowing how to do these things is crucial on this platform as well. It's not just the profile, it's also the content, the things that you're actually posting. So I've actually created a full tutorial on this, full guide, and actually how to post content on Instagram that's gonna be most relevant for real estate specifically, for getting homeowners to reach out to you specifically. So if you'd like to see that, it's free. Go ahead, click on this video right over here. Just click on that video after you have sent the comment of Instagram profile. And then if you watch this video right here, you'll also know how to post the content so you get the traffic to your profile so you're able to nurture those leads that are coming in.